What is going on, guys? MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be unboxing the high-grade Gundam Aegis Knight, the final kit to collect for the Build Divers team. This thing right here, I'm pretty excited to complete it and get the team together. Now, before I proceed any further, and if you haven't taken the warning at the start of the video to heart, please click off now, because the unboxing does contain major spoilers for Build Divers Rewrite. So if you haven't checked out episode 25 of the anime, go check it out and then come right back, because this thing does contain a lot of spoilers. Okay, is everyone remaining the people who have seen the episode? Good, let's proceed. Now, of course I did censor the box, just because why not? And yeah, it looks as though the Aegis Knight does have pretty good looks. And I really do like the old Aegis, I am honest here, because it is one of the old C kits that is top of the line. But then again, it is good to see like a refurbished version of it. And I really do like the action poses and the names of the weapons. They take from Greek and Norse mythology, which is pretty good. However, the major disappointment is the King mode, because the King mode only uses kind of like fireworks, just to imitate the gigantic awesome beam effect of the actual King mode. So yeah, scratch build your own effect and do all that kind of stuff, because this thing is just pretty disappointing. I thought it was actually thruster flames for a support unit that the Aegis Knight can create with its weapons, but no, it's apparently the King mode sword, which is pretty disappointing to say the least. And of course, this thing is a triple changer. I can't really say if it is classified as a triple changer, because it does have the cruise mode, the attack mode, and then the Gundam mode. And of course, you do have the core fighter for spoiler reasons. And of course, this part of the boss is actually gone. Rotating it towards the back, and of course you have the rear and front view, a blurb that you can read. And of course, I'm going to be doing a narration video for this thing for everybody to enjoy, just to test for membership only content. So there's going to be a review and a narration video describing the major details of the Aegis Knight. And of course, here we have the introduction to Build Divers Rewrite Season 2, just in case anybody hasn't seen it at all. And of course, the RRP is gone, but this thing does cost me 150 Hong Kong dollars, which is kind of on the high side, but I understand with the amount of plastic in there. And let's take a look at the inner contents now. First of all, we do have the A plate right here. Very lovely multicolored A plates. And the gold is not really flaky like the original Justice Knight. Well, it's kind of the same type of gold, but I feel like it's not as flaky. I need to look at the Justice Knight once again to check out whether or not the gold is the same. And then the B plates, B1 and B2, is basically the joints from the Infinite Justice Gundam. So we've seen all of this before, and yeah, of course, the Aegis Knight is not going to be customizable with any other kits for some parts. And then we have the C plates over here, which looks pretty good. And yeah, it does use this lovely gray, a bluish gray. I don't know if it's supposed to be called haze gray. I don't know my colors too much. And I really like it using a rectangular peg for the back, because you can of course plug on the core Gundam Spat Pack onto this thing and make your own weird combinations with the Aegis Knight, which looks pretty good. And I really like how they actually made cuts in the actual nose cone over here, just so the one green piece on the A plate could feed through and create the, cockpit visor, of the mobile armor mode, which looks pretty good. I really like how they did that. Next up is going to be the D2 plate from the Infinite Justice Gundam. For whatever reason, we need these joints. I'm going to check it out later on. And then we have the E plates, also from the Aegis Knight itself. So of course here we have the white armor and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, nothing really too splendid to see here. And it looks as though this is going to be the back skirt, and yeah, it is going to have the same mechanic as the Justice Gundams. So of course the back skirt is not going to get out of the way for the sake of getting out of the way. F plates. So we have this from the Aegis Knight. Yes, this is the Aegis Knight plate, and yeah, we have quite a bit of spoilers over here, but leave this up to your imagination. I'm not going to say much about it. And then here we have the G plate. This is from the original Justice Knight. Of course, you do have the circle shield and basically some cape parts if you want to use those. I don't know if it uses this in the in the Aegis Knight, but it looks as though it is molded in kind of like a pearlescent gray, or it's kind of like a flaky metallic gray or some sort like that. It's specially treated. I'm gonna check it out later on. And then, of course, we do have the J plate. This is basically the entire Nimble's beam set. So if you have missed out on this 3 years ago, you can have a free set over here, painted in a very cool yellow. But you do miss out on the advantage of the beams being clear in the original set. And of course, you do have a stand over here. Not like I don't have enough of those already from the 4 European Gundams that I bought. And then we come to the instruction manual, which does have the box art looking pretty cool, the official liner of the Aegis Knight and Kazami. And of course, over here, rotated over here. Thank God the instruction manual doesn't have any spoilers. I thought I haven't censored out everything, but oh well. And it looks like it's just what is on the sides of the box. And of course, you do have the color guide for, well, it looks as though the, what is it? No, oh, okay, that is separate green. So sensor parts are metallic as well. And then you open it up. Of course, we have the warnings, what not to do, parts count for Japan using the order sheet, and the QR code right here. And then where the heck is the, building assembly? And of course, you started with the torso, the head, the arms, both arms in fact. The only difference is how they're attached onto the body. And then where's the shoulders? I think they're attached to the backpack, I think. So yeah, there goes that. And then we have the legs over here, the full leg, and all that's different is the thigh joint that is going to be attached to the waist. And then the waist itself looking pretty similar to the Justice's. And then of course we have the backpack, which does have the shoulder plates, and of course the Kyrios style nose cone. Flipping it over here, completely in the backpack, and then we have the, what is it called? The stand. And of course we have the stand adapter, which is pretty good. And of course we come down to the weapons over here. And then we go to the play options of the weapons. So of course you can mount the shield on, and of course you can mount the Leviatane onto the shield. Leviatane being one of the Norse mythological swords. That is the name of the beam saber. And then we do have the shot lancer Kai. You can shoot out the lance head, of course. And then we activate the king mode, which lackluster, to be honest with you guys. So this, I think you can forget about it unless you plan to scratch build your own beam effects. And yeah, we basically just, I think basically it is the wing slash Kyrios transformation combined into one. I don't know. And of course here we have the crab mode, which does freak me out with the reverse head exposed. And then of course we have the core fighter over here. So not much of a spoiler in and of itself. So you can detach all of the parts and then have it displayed as the core fighter. And there is one other instruction manual. So here we have the instruction manual to make the Re-Rising Gundam. And of course here we have all the blurbs and everything. And of course the stats for the Re-Rising Gundam. And yeah, this is basically the combo of all 4 of the members of Team Build Divers. And of course, they can still be individually displayed. Oh, well, not the Waddam Pod. The Waddam Pod is used in its entirety. But we still have the X-Valkylander that can fight on its basic form, and the Aegis Knight that can fight in the core fighter. So, of course, here we have the parts that you need to detach and configure around and then attach onto the core Gundam with various adapters. And of course, rolling into the back and sticking. Yeah, apparently the hatch means something. Like, I know the X-Valkylander Reefin does mean something when it comes to the combination with the core Gundam. I thought it's just a little funny Easter egg that you can mess around with. Apparently it's setting up for this thing right here. But I never thought that the Waddam Pod's peculiar armor design and the peculiar features, for example the hatch over here, I hope you can actually plug the adapter on there with the winglets stored inside of the pod, because that would be hilarious that you can store parts in there in the Re-Rising Gundam. And of course you configure around the shoulder armor, the legs, and the arms of the Aegis Knight, and plug on the weapons and the wings of the X-Valkylander onto the core Gundam, technically, but strictly speaking you're plugging it onto its butt and the Waddam Pod's butt. So yeah, it's kind of funny when you think about it, but here we go. This is the Re-Rising Gundam. So this is gonna officially wrap it up for the Aegis Knight unboxing. Now this does confirm one thing for me. I am not going to be getting the Re-Rising Gundam that is going to be released in September, because first of all, I do not like the gold, and second of all, it's a special color, and you know how I feel about special colors. Although yes, the Re-Rising Gundam does represent the sun, but still, I will not get it because it's a special color and I have all those 4 kits. Basically, if you want a different colored Re-Rising Gundam, then go for the one that is coming out in September. And I've heard it is cheaper to buy all 4 kits that are in that weird gold than separating the 4 purchases. So yeah, this is gonna wrap it up. I'm excited to get this thing done, and yeah, I'm gonna be streaming it tonight, but it's gonna be weird now that I spoiled everything. But I've warned you guys time and time again, so if you have been spoiled, don't blame me. Blame yourself for not clicking off if you haven't watched the episode yet. So that's just gonna wrap it up for this unboxing, and I hope to see you guys in the stream, but if not, in the review. So that's gonna wrap it up for me. See you all then. Peace.